Hello and welcome to another Campos Creations video. You might have seen the time-lapse video I uploaded last week, but today I'll be walking you through the same job we did in May 2021. Let's get right into it. I want to start off telling you why we did this job. The new homeowner needed a yard more suitable for them. The last homeowners had kids and they left behind a playground as well as a small yard for the kids to run around in. The new homeowner had no kids and wanted a space in which to entertain as well as have little to no maintenance. As you can see, we start off doing just that by taking all the grass out of the backyard as well as removing the playground. Next, we dug out and prepared the base for a new entrance to the back door of the house. The old wooden stairs were rotting out, and we thought a new step and landing made out of blocks would be great to replace it. We added 6 inches of Class 5 and compacted it several times. For the sides and the back of the stoop, we used Belgard Diamond straight face 6-inch blocks, and for the actual steps we used Belgard Diamond steps. These are heavy-duty blocks that can take a lot of weight, and they'll last a very long time. To make sure the whole structure was solid, we filled in every level with Class 5 rock and compacted it, and we glued the blocks one on top of another. When building a retaining wall, the most important part is the base block. If the base block is set level and firmly into the ground, the rest of the building process is made easier and the wall will last longer. Another key step is to fill in the base row with dirt to secure its place and compact it. A simple lunge with a work boot should be enough for that. Like I said before, these blocks are heavy duty. The wall blocks weigh about 75 pounds each, and the steps weigh about 125 pounds each. These types of blocks are designed to hold back a lot of weight, but they also might be overkill for some small hardscape projects. In this case, we knew they need to hold a lot of weight, so they were perfect for the job. Next, we started digging out and preparing the base for the patio. One of the things we do to make it easier for us when we're putting the paper restraint edging can be seen at 4 minutes and 14 seconds. We marked with blue paint where the patio will go, but we actually dig 3 inches extra past that line around the entire perimeter of the patio. This way, when we fill everything in with Class 5, there will be a nice, flat, and strong foundation to nail in the paver edging pieces into. If you're building your own patio, this might be something helpful to do as it'll save time and help the edging stay in place longer. For this patio, like most, we added 6 inches of Class 5 and we compacted it well with the jumping jack. This is very important, especially in climates where there is a freeze and thaw cycle in the winter. As the ground thaws unevenly, this could cause bulging in spots of the ground. With a thicker rock base, that uneven thawing is less likely to translate up to the pavers. The pavers we used are tumbled, and they add a weathered and worn look to a new patio as the edges are more rounded, the top is more natural, and stone-like. As you can tell, the pavers are all different sizes, which gives the patio extra character. But it also takes longer to put down because there is not always a set pattern to follow. We made sure to continue the soldier course all the way up the steps to make it look like one big patio unit. Here you can see how we mark the curve of the patio. We take pieces of paver restraint edging, clip the spine to make it bendy, then we place it on the patio and mark them with the chalk so we can achieve a consistent and natural look to the curve. In this case we use a chop saw to cut the pavers, but you could very well use a table saw with a stone blade to cut them individually. Normally we only add polymeric sand in between the joints of pavers, but because the joints between these pavers are larger than usual, we added a little bit of screen sand first, then we added the polymeric sand in. Polymeric sand is a manufactured sand with silica that when wetted turns into a hard rubber, helping to keep pavers in place and to prevent weeds and small bugs from getting in between the pavers. When applying polymeric sand to pavers, it's necessary to use a vibrating plate compactor to make sure the sand reaches the entire thickness of the paver. Next, we put down the mulch. When adding mulch to a new barren area, make sure you put at least 3 inches thick of it. If the area already has some mulch, then a thin 1 to 2 inch top dress of it will do. Mulch is a good material to cover areas with as it requires little maintenance and it's easy to move around as opposed to decorative rock. As you can see, we had a few small helpers with my brother and sister. Lastly, we put down the rolls of sod. There's not much to it except for the cutting that it requires around the other surfaces. Make sure you use a sharp cutting tool as it's more dangerous to use a dull knife. Also, you want to make sure to water new sod until it's soggy daily for a few weeks, and depending on the weather, water it more often if it's hot and dry out. You want to stay off of it and not mow it for a few weeks as well until the roots grow in and hold the sod into the dirt. With that, we come to the end of this job. I hope you enjoyed seeing this progression and that you learned something useful for your own projects. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as I'll be posting videos weekly on Mondays, and follow our Instagram page to see the jobs we're currently doing. Take care, and I'll see you next time.